Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's video we're reviewing the Subaru Ascent Touring. Before we get in this video, I want to give a huge shout out and thank you to the Nate Wade Subaru here in Salt Lake City, Utah for giving me some time with this Ascent. I'm going to include a link to their website in the description down below so you can check out what they have currently. And then on a side note, if you want to save time and money the next time you purchase a car, link to my car buying guide in the description down below. Let's get into it. Under the hood, we have a turbocharged 2.4 liter flat 4 cylinder that goes through a CVT automatic. Fuel economy is 19 around town and then 25 on the highway, with power outputs being 260 horsepower and then 277 pound-feet of torque. Now, before we move forward with this review, I do want to mention, if you want to see more videos just like this, then I recommend you subscribe because I post content every single day. So starting with the hood, notice how it kind of like raises up towards the center. Very interesting design. And then popping down below, the headlight design is also a pretty crazy normal Subaru fashion. We've got a fog light at the bottom, and then these look like little rocket boosters on the front end. That's funny. Anyways, more chrome trim here with the Subaru logo, and you see a little camera there below the logo as well. And putting it all together, let me guys think about the front end here of the Ascent. Now around the side here, our tire and wheel setup is 245, 50, 20 in the front and over in the rear. And you guys can see with the wheels, you've got the silver mixed with the metallic gray. And then you've got these fender flares here. Notice the bodywork continues along the side with the chrome trim. Then you got more chrome trim around the windows, also on the door handles. And then here is the full side profile with the Ascent. Now take a look at the key fob. We have our lock and unlock function. We got the opening here for the hatch as well. And popping into the rear with the third row folded down, it is quite spacious in the back of the Ascent. And you guys can see we've got a little charging port here in the back. And I like how the third row has a bunch of cup holders there, and they actually get some speakers for the sound system so they can jam out to the tunes with everyone else. And if you do want to pull the third row up, you got these nice little straps that you can use and just boom. I think that's pretty simple. And you can see the space behind the third row. So still pretty good storage overall. When you're all done, just press that button and that will lower the hatch right back down. We've got kind of like a C shape here with the taillights. You can see Ascent down below and then the Subaru badge there on the other side. And then you've got the dual exhaust tips here at the bottom and more parking sensors. And putting it all together, let me guys think about the looks here with the Ascent. Now take a look at the door panel here in the rear. Soft touch at the top, and then you guys can see with the sunshade. And then more soft touch down below. And then I love the wood trim that goes across as well. And then you got decent storage. And then here are the seats. Notice perforated all down the center portion. Very nice fit and finish on them, by the way. All the adjustments are very nicely labeled, which I appreciate. Legroom here in the back's good. We also have a little storage pocket. We've got our own climate zone in the rear. We also have heated seats. We've got some charging ports and got this little cup holder thing that pops down. Pretty cool. And then headroom back here. It's good. Now in the third row, definitely a little bit more cramped when it comes to legroom, but I mean, I do kind of fit back here. My knees are a little bit up though. And then headroom, also a little bit more cramped side of things. But anyways, we actually do have some USBs down here. But anyways, reserve this area for kids. Now take a look at the front door panel. You can see soft touch here at the top, and then again with the soft touch trim down below. I like that it's perforated, by the way. I think it's cool. Wood trim right here, and then there's a quick look at the mirrors. Do have blind spot monitoring, and then we got memory seats. And notice the front two windows are automatic, and the mirrors do power fold in too. And then take a look at the front seat. You can see perforated all down the center portion. Power adjustments here on the side, and you guys can see the opening for the hatch. And then look at that padding there. Good storage inside. You can see more soft touch on the dash. Now take a look at the steering wheel. We got soft touch all around. We do have paddle shifters here on the back for the CVT. Heated steering wheel button is like right there on the steering wheel. We also have adaptive cruise control with our steering assist. We got volume and voice command controls on the other side. And then you get your regular stocks here on the back too. And then here's the gauge cluster, mostly analog, but we can scroll through to see different bits of info here on the car. And then in reverse, we do have a backup camera with trajectory lines that turn with the steering wheel. You also got that bird's eye view as well. So nice, it has a 360 camera system. And you guys can see the X modes. They pop up when you pull up the camera, which is kind of funny. So yeah, you got those if you ever take it into some off-roading or snow conditions. But big infotainment system overall. We've got analog controls here for the radio. We've got the climate controls as well. We got heated and ventilated seats here with the Ascent. And response time with the screen, again, it has a plastic covering on it, but I'd say it's pretty good. We've got soft touch here on the dash, which I think is nice. I think that's, yeah, it's all soft touch, which is nice. Some storage above the glove box, which is nice. Some stitching too there. And then Yeah, it's a big glove box, that's for sure. And then we got more storage down below, some charging action too. You can see some USBs, and I like the wood trim. I think it's nice. Shifter for that CVT. Got the parking brake, and then you can see with the center console, good storage in there. And then it has some padding on top. And then this one has a camera rear view mirror, and then we've got a panoramic sunroof. Now taking a look at the window sticker, you guys can see 2024 Ascent. We got all the standard equipment. Base MSRP $48,495. Couple options, including the standard option $41. Anyways, $50,418 is the total MSRP on this Touring. Let's see how it tours. Well, let's talk about visibility before we set off. Here's your visibility over the hood, both the mirrors, got the rest of the rear, and Ascent away! So, if you guys want me to review other packages on the Ascent, I don't know, like an Onyx edition, for example, or something like that, just let me know and I can get more reviews up. They are starting to get these shipped in finally, so yeah, there's inventory available. But yeah, let's start off with this Touring. I figured I'd do this one because it's kind of a more loaded up Ascent. So first off, ride quality's parking lot seems to be good, but we'll get up and move a little bit to make a more final judgment, I suppose. I will say the seats are comfortable. I do like all of the padding and everything. I think that's nice. Good torque right off the bat. That's smooth. Just it's a smooth feel. So I think they've done a good job with how they've tuned the damping. I should turn up at the other street. Sorry, I forgot where I was going. But anyways, we'll make this work. Yeah, it's got like a punch right off the bat. It's actually quite impressive. I feel like I'm seeing more and more Rivians. They're taking over the world. They are taking over the world. But yeah, the torque is really, really good with this. So let's get up and get our acceleration here at the Ascent. I mean, it's got good get up and go. It does. I mean, in my experience, this does kind of teeter off a little bit on the interstate, but I mean, around town, I mean, you do have to get into it a bit, but it's got decent power for what it is. This is definitely the limit, though, of I would say, like in terms of size for a turbo 4-cylinder, you don't really want to go bigger than this, which some manufacturers like Toyota are doing that, and we'll see how that goes, right? We'll see how that goes. But something's up here with this Ascent Touring. On the outside, it looks like an Ascent. It's not like particularly exciting. I will say, like, this is just my honest opinion. This is my least favorite Subaru in terms of design. I think my favorite's probably, like, in terms of just pure looks, I like the Outback a lot. I like the Crosstrek a lot in terms of the more crossover type vehicles. The Ascent, yeah, I don't know, it's just I'm just not as big of a fan of the looks. But what I think would still look cool is if they did an Ascent Wilderness. I'm sure they'll do it. I mean, they've been wildernessing the world, so it's only a matter of time before we get an Ascent Wilderness as well. But aside from that, yeah, so comfortable. I think that doesn't, I mean, look how cool those are. Look at the Outbacks, they look so much cooler. Looks okay. The power's good for what this is. Definitely at the limit, though. You don't really want, like, this is, yeah, it's at the limit for a 4-cylinder turbo in terms of the size. Comes with good tech. I mean, it's got heated and cooled seats. It's got everything you'd want. It doesn't do anything. It's not particularly groundbreaking, I guess, in the 3-row SUV segment. This is a very competitive segment, and what it feels like is, and maybe I'm wrong on this, but it seems like Subaru's just offering this so that they have, and I am horrible at parking this. It seems like Subaru's just offering this so they have a 3-row. So, like, if they have a customer that's like a diehard Subaru person that will only buy Subarus, they have a 3-row for them, right? That's what it seems like the Ascent's about, rather than like being crazy and groundbreaking within this segment. It's more so of like, this is just a 3-row Subaru. That's like, That's what it seems like to me. So let me know what you guys think about the Ascent overall.